would you say if I said that I could bring them back?
I guess I'd say I never thought of that.
Well, alright, hold tight, you might wanna stand back, because one small John is coming intact.
St. John forward, spitting out some more words, fully intact, jacked, ready to rap and attack. Small John on your lawn, living like a gnome, hit you with my lyrics like a bullet to your dome.
Tonight when he comes up here, he's either gonna kill or he's gonna suck. But there's no in between for Mr. John Forward!
Oh, well, I didn't know any of that.
Well, that's what I've been trying to say the whole time.
Hello and welcome to St. John Forward Radio. I'm your host, John Forward. We're foregoing the little handheld microphone in the corner because this isn't a stand-up set, because that's ridiculous. But still in lockdown. I did do a sort of a live comedy show this week that was interesting. I mentioned it last week. I watched the previous Zoom open mic, and this past week I participated in it, and it was a lot of fun. I recommend everybody watch it, or if you're a comedian, participate in it. I think it's called East Coast. I don't remember. I'll share it on my Facebook, or I'll put the link in the notes or something. But it was not bad. It's not as good as doing it live. I was a little bit concerned that ahead of time they mentioned that they were going to mute all of the audience because all of that pesky laughter last week was distracting to the jokes, which I found alarming, and was super awkward to see everybody before me perform with no laughs. If you can kind of see everybody if they're laughing, but it's not the same. I asked when I went on for everybody to turn their microphones back on, and got some good laughs. Felt nice. It was kind of like doing a regular open mic set. I had the same. Might be it's just because I'm starved for it, but I had the same. I was kind of jacked up afterwards. I had a hard time sleeping that night just because the adrenaline, but it was fun. Another thing I've been doing, some Zoom podcasts with Brian Godso and Arif Hussein. Those have been fun. You can catch those on the channel, but I think that's a more organic way to do online comedy, because I think the Zoom podcasts are better than just doing an audio podcast, because even when we're in the same room, we've done some where we're on the couch and we all have to kind of face the same way, and I don't know, with the Zoom, everybody's face is right there, everybody can see everybody. It's I don't know, it's been fun. Watch those. Still laid off. Being unemployed, though, when there are no job prospects, is a little bit different. I'm not going to say it's fun, because I can't go out of the house to do anything fun, but this has a different vibe. I've been on EI before, but part of that is actively searching for new work and making stuff happen, which there isn't as much pressure to do as a human in the world. As a comedian, I still feel a little bit of pressure to generate some content, and I have been working on that stuff, but it's different being out of work when nobody really expects you to be actively looking for work, because there's not really much to be had. I might be going back to work. I don't know when or how. The old government's offering to pay 75% of people's wages, which in my case, since my job was only shut down in response to another business that's been shut down, and that was all of our income. So this might be enough to put me back to work. If they're throwing money at the problem, it might as well be to send people back to work rather than sending people to stay at home. So it is what it is. But I am gonna miss doing the comedy stuff from home, doing the seeing what the John Forward free market can provide with us. Just throwing some stuff against the wall, seeing what sticks. And, some of it's going better than others. I've mostly abandoned the video game live streaming because nobody was watching it. Occasionally Arif or Brian would jump in to make fun of me, but nobody else was watching, and I have more fun playing video games without streaming it. So that's what it is. But, if this was a government program, they would have ahead of time, given me a grant with a certain budget. I would have started my live stream and it would have failed spectacularly, and then I would have continued doing it anyway to run out the money that was allotted for it, whether it was going well or not, because that's how things go. And for those of you wondering, how are you libertarians feeling about your government handouts now? Still not great. Yes, I am still of the opinion that this filthy socialism is killing our freedom, but, I don't feel guilty allowing the government to give me back a few dollars that they've stolen from me, especially since it's kind of their fault that I'm not working. But anyway, I'll take it, but I still don't think that things are going to be looking very good a year from now. This is a Band-Aid solution to throw money at the problem, and it's to be seen, but I don't know what the world's going to look like in a year. This does not offend my libertarian or anarcho-capitalist sensibilities, because I would still pay into some version of EI voluntarily if we lived in a free society and it wasn't robbed from me at gunpoint, because I think it's a good idea to have a backup in case circumstances don't go your way and you find yourself in a tough spot. Or I would just probably have enough money in my pocket that hasn't been stolen from me that I could save up for things like this. But I don't know, to assume that this version of what we got is the best and only version of things that we would have if given the infinite possibilities of having an actual free market, that's just only a little bit stupider than the who will build the roads argument. But anyway, I don't know, the government is not some benevolent sugar daddy. A lot of the articles coming out are like, the government is going to set aside blah, blah, blah million or $1 billion, or they're going to earmark this, like they've just got a big pile of cash and they're just, well, let's just stick a post-it note on this pile of cash. That one is for people that lost their jobs. This one is for struggling small businesses. This one's for the healthcare workers. And this is just, there is no money. They stole it all, for one thing. The government doesn't generate any of this wealth. This is all stuff that we've paid into, and they're spending it for us, which, if that was the best way to do it, we could still do that voluntarily if we wanted to hire an organization to take a certain percentage of our paycheck and give it to whatever systems we feel like are necessary. That could still happen. But this isn't a Robin Hood situation. They're not stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Robin Hood probably wouldn't be giving $1.7 billion to the struggling energy sector, who a few months ago was apparently sending us off the cliff of societal collapse with their filthy climate change, which is a thing. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, even if they're not spending stolen money, it's either borrowed or printed, which it's just they're pulling it out of their ass in that case. Like, if you had a broke friend who had no money of his own but was just like a super bleeding heart and just walked down the street, and every time they saw some poor soul or some project that needed to be done, just went and got himself a new credit card and maxed it out and buried himself into debt, that wouldn't be a guy that I would say has strong leadership qualities. That is a lunatic. And, what if you found out that this guy was never going to have to pay his own credit card company, and the debt was just going to get passed on to generations and generations to follow, and everybody else was responsible for it? That's not somebody that I'm going to pat on the back and say thank you to. But, so anyway, once this is all done, we'll see if you guys still love your filthy socialism after this, assuming that it doesn't turn into straight up fascism, which is a possibility that's becoming stronger each day. But see how it is a year from now, when all of the cool little shops that you like to go to, your little record stores or boutiques, all the cool local restaurants that you like, all of those ones that can't survive even with the wage subsidy and all the other handouts, and they just tank because, a lot of these places are barely scratching by anyway. See how it looks in a year when all of the big bad corporations that you love to hate buy up all the cheap real estate, and every restaurant uptown in St. John is a chain. We'll see how that looks. But anyway, on to more pleasant things. I've got a great show coming up for you today. We're gonna throw to a song, and I'm going to on the break, I'm gonna pull up Adam Landry on Zoom. This is a guy. He's been on the show many times. I actually inherited the radio show slot from him. Hoveland, Hard Times, bunch of other stuff. He's got a new show coming out that you'll like, and he's going to be here with us after this. So enjoy whatever the song is that I choose in post. I'm probably going to cut this out. I can't get Adam on Zoom. What? I thought we were doing this. I'm going to give him a call. Adam?
You don't know how to use your window, and you don't know how to use
Hang on a sec.
What is wrong with you?
I thought you were calling into the Zoom meeting.
I don't know what that means. You said to Zoom to the meeting. First I went to the radio station, and guess what? You weren't there. So now I'm here. And yeah, you're in your basement. What are you doing in there?
Hold on a second.
Not doing your radio show like you said you'd be doing.
We're
Probably had your pants down.
recording. We're all right. Well, I thought you said you were installing Zoom on your phone.
I said I would do what you said and Zoom to the radio show. Okay, you asked me to be on the radio show, so I zoomed.
Yeah, we
right
had a
over
whole
there.
conversation about whether or not you had a webcam. What did you think that we were talking
I
about?
thought you just meant like, was I into doing webcam stuff? And I said no.
Well, I guess we're doing it here. This is
You doing it here?
well,
Why can't we go to the radio show?
the university is shut down.
Shut down.
Yeah, along with everything else.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Look, you said, can I come to your radio show?
Yeah, I
So
know
went
it
to the
doesn't
radio
make any
show.
sense that we can't go. Like, I'm not sick, you're not sick.
Yeah, well, I was sick. But what that doesn't have to do anything with it. Sometimes you get sick. You can still do a radio show. All right, unless it's
Just-
like you're really sick, but you
The
didn't tell me that.
the university's closed, so I've been doing it here in the basement.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would they close the radio station?
Obvious exams, Adam. That's why they're doing it.
Well,
So, well,
they have exams every year, and I've been there lots of times during exam times. Okay.
get comfortable. This is some innovative stuff that we're doing
We have
here.
to do the radio show like this.
Yeah, we're gonna do the first ever St. John Forward radio through a window.
This is terrible. Oh.
No, this is like nobody else is doing this. This is
Yeah, nobody
know,
else
I've-
is doing
I've just
this. Why would
been-
they do it? Most other people have access to a comfortable radio station.
yeah, no, but
do it
yeah,
in.
we're just in these these times.
I don't know what times.
I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I tried some. Yeah, I think this might be the thing to differentiate me from everybody else.
We
and-
don't need to differentiate. Let's get in your car and go to the radio station.
No, the doors are locked.
I don't understand why we have to do... Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Why can't we just go to the radio station? You haven't fully explained this.
Because the university is shut down. The doors are all locked. We can't get in.
We'll just... all right,
Everybody, I've been
let me come
remote.
into your house.
No,
We'll record
no,
it that way.
No, we're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to what?
Jesus, this is
Look,
how
I know-
is this?
I
Is
know
this
May
about
is not
6
a-
feet?
I know May is not a big fan, but can you just make an exception if we have to do the radio show for me to be in your house this one time?
This is more than about May, man. You know.
I know what.
Can the neighbors see you?
Yeah, probably. I'm not
Well,
hiding.
just this. No. I think this will be fun. We're making the most of a bad
fun.
situation
I'm
here.
freezing my ass off out here. Why don't we switch places and then you'll say, oh yeah, this is a fun radio show to be on. You won't be saying that.
No, I don't want you. You've got the mask, but I don't want you
Yeah, this is my
coughing and
ninja mask.
farting all over the place in here.
Look, I'll keep it to a minimum, okay? That's what I told May. Just let me in the house. It's cold. And this is inhumane.
It's not that cold. It's like 2 degrees. You look like you're dressed warm. You've got to have a drink. It'll
dressed-
warm you up.
Yeah, I will. I'm dressed warm enough for a trip across the street and then a few minutes outside while I bang on your door. I'm not... And then also...
Just
I had to go to-
have a social distancing cheers.
Social distancing. Yeah,
Yeah,
not-
we're staying
This is the
apart.
rudest thing I've ever heard about social distancing. You're just pinning this on me.
Adam, haven't you heard that we're all in this together?
Oh, is that what they're telling you now?
Yeah.
You're all in this together.
Yeah,
Against
don't
me.
you watch the news?
The news isn't talking about me, okay? The news isn't... There's no... You're the only one who's signaling me out, okay? Everybody is fine with me, typically.
Look, the Prime Minister doesn't want St. John Forward Radio to happen live at the university. That's just how this is better. This is better. We've got
Wait, so
the
he doesn't
video
want the radio
component.
show to happen with me? Or just at all?
at all.
I don't understand why not.
So this is like pirate radio that we're sending out.
Well, I like the spirit of it, but why can't I be indoors?
You just... I can't let you in the house.
All right, fine. I guess I'll stay outside. This is the biggest indignation
this
I've
is
ever
fun.
suffered, and I'm going to write a letter
Well,
to my MP.
What would be a good episode title for this one? You're out the window. That's the important thing. You want to get a good, catchy, title for your podcast. Vodcast now.
Not Happy Adam.
Not Happy Adam. That's a pretty good title.
Because that's me right now.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be happy with the results and all of the online engagements.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't see why I can't be happy with that inside.
You could.
I'm going to stay on this the whole.
I didn't ask you to come out. We were gonna do this over Zoom. You could be doing that.
You keep saying that.
You could be doing that from the comfort of your own home.
As fast as I can. Okay, it doesn't matter how fast I zoomed. I don't think you would have let me in anyway.
You could have been balls deep in. What is it that you do over there?
That doesn't matter.
Bottle
Woulda,
toast.
coulda, shoulda. Okay.
Did you bring your bottle with you?
I got this bottle.
That's not the one I was. Anyway. So, but anyway, everybody's doing Zoom stuff anyway. It's kind of a cliche. So
everybody's doing it out the window now for some reason.
No, nobody's doing it out the window. That's the point. We're groundbreaking.
I'd rather not be groundbreaking. Let me in.
Wait, what do you have against breaking ground?
I don't have anything against breaking ground typically. If you can be warm while
What are you a shill of Big Ground? Are you working for Big Ground?
I don't think so. But it's hard.
Are
to
you
tell
responsible for all this mess that we're in? You and Big Ground. I know what you're up to.
What mess are we
You're just
in?
looking to cause havoc globally so that you can get a handout from the government.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right. I'm taking this ninja mask off because it's getting hot in my face while the rest of me is cold.
Did you bring your measuring tape?
Measuring tape.
For social distancing.
I don't know how to use one, or do I
Wait,
have
hold
one?
on. Just make sure if you're going to sneeze, do it under your elbow.
Look, I had a cold. It's pretty much gone. It's not a big deal. Anyway, if we have to do it this way, then let's just get on to what we were supposed to talk about, which is
I wanted to see how you were making out with all this.
My new album. It's going pretty good, but it's going to be done in time for Christmas.
All right. Yeah. This is a good time for everybody to work on, their creative stuff. So what's
it's always a good time, especially in the winter. Winter's almost over, so I'm halfway done.
Yeah, and tell me about it. I guess are you working? Is this a solo project?
Well, the last few years I've been putting out Christmas albums. All right, everybody knows it, and I did my country Christmas album. All right, and this year...
That's why we call you Stocking Stuffer.
Yeah, I don't get that. This year...
That's your nickname.
I don't like it.
It's well known.
I'm going to do this one, okay? And it's, remember, Adam's
Ninja
Country
Christmas?
No.
Ninja Christmas.
One better. Ninja Country Christmas, all right?
Okay, so that's for fans of ninjas and country.
Well... Yeah, but also
and Christmas.
It's for fans of just those genres. You don't have to like all of them. You can like just one of the genres, and you'll still like what I'm putting down.
Okay, so it's that's a really tough nut to crack. Combining genres like that. Is there somebody that inspired you? Yeah,
all the country people that came before, and most of the ninjas. Not all of them.
Who's your favorite country star, ninja, and baby Jesus?
Yeah, see, this is the thing. I don't know what you meant by the Jesus part, but the country ninja thing, it's never been done, all right? I'm the first one to put this on lock. So people, if you ask that in the future, the only answer that's going to be possible, me. Because I'm the only one that does it. Country ninja.
Can you give us
ninja cowboy.
like an a cappella sample of it right now?
Yeah. I guess.
Well, if it's top secret, I don't want you.
I'm Adam, the Christmas ninja, Adam, the country Christmas ninja, and so on.
That's catchy. That's
Yeah.
catchy as hell.
It's really catchy, I know, because of my old... It's a catchy original tune.
Well, I'm really glad that you shared that with us. Some of these artists are really precious about, their unfinished stuff. Like Metallica in the Napster days, etc. So I figured this would be a similar situation, but you're much more chill than Metallica. I've always said that.
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, this is the secret of music. Before you make any money, you want everyone to hear it. So for free, that's fine. But then once the standard of having to pay for it's been set, then you're like, I'd like a little bit more, please.
Yeah, and then
so I'll get there.
In a while, then you can start. You're just kind of stoking the fires before when everything goes back to normal and you can go on tour probably.
Yeah, everything's back to normal. Okay, I could go on tour, but I just don't like to do it. It's a lot of pressure.
So you said it's gonna be like how long before Christmas is it gonna happen? Are we gonna have time to replenish the shelves if it sells out? Like, are you gonna have a couple of waves of?
I'm not gonna put it out till Christmas, so then that way it can't sell out before Christmas.
Like Christmas Day.
Well, like a little bit before Christmas.
Well, how
Christmas
little?
time.
We need to know how many days and.
Well, it's Christmas time.
Okay.
It's November on.
November. I think Christmas starts November 12th.
Yeah, that's my birthday. So my birthday to Christmas time. That's when I'll put it out.
Wait a second. Are you baby Jesus?
I don't know.
Born Christmas time, so it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, November 12th.
How old are you?
How old's Jesus?
Well, the mainstream media would have you believe that he was crucified at the age of 33, but I don't know. Is this what happened next?
I might be 33. Who's to say?
Have you been crucified on a cross recently? Easter weekend was last weekend. Were you dead for a couple of days by chance?
I get enough sleep if that's what you're saying.
Do you remember anything about a cat of 9 tails?
I don't have any cats.
Okay. Judas?
Where are we going with this, okay? I was like, at first I was like, this is an interesting line of questioning. Now,
well,
I don't think it is anymore.
This is basically like apocalypse times, and we need a Messiah. And
what are you talking about apocalypse times?
Marketing. We can tie it in just because of the state of the world, and to market this album coming out. If you are also
okay,
baby
fine.
Jesus,
if you think that you can market me as some kind of Messiah, of course I would be okay with that.
Think of the
that
likes.
Would sell a lot of albums.
Think of the shares.
Yeah, I'm thinking of them.
Think of the please subscribes.
Yes. I would hopefully not have to say that so much because people would already be doing it. If you were my manager, could you promise me this and more?
I've got one catch.
What's that?
Every song needs to feature the words like, share, and subscribe very heavily. Is that possible
fine.
to work that in?
They already do, the ones I write.
Okay.
That's like most of them. That's what I was going to call it. Like, share, and subscribe to Christmas for once.
Yeah.
That was the name of the album.
Well, have you thought of incorporating like a hip hop urban type element?
Yeah, that's in there too.
Because that's
all the genres. That's a thing that I've always thought of. Is like, why do bands just do one genre? How good at music can you be?
Yeah, genre bending is definitely the way to go.
Not bending. Just do different ones. Don't bend them. They're all already good, but just don't just.
Well, like you start with one and then you bend it into another one and then another one. And you get
that's fine, I guess. But you just got to make sure you
get
stay
a flow
on.
Going.
You got to stay on the genres long enough for people to know that
you'd be like, hey man, show us a like because I've got a friend named Mike, and I bet you wouldn't dare share this hot track on your Christmas.
That's terrible.
When you're picking up your prescriptions.
What are you doing?
Why don't you also go on my YouTube and hit a subscription?
Oh, that's
that's a freebie for that's a jumping off point
freebie.
That we can use.
You should give me $20 to have to hear that.
Urban
that was
flavor.
Terrible. Edit that out.
Well, that's the upside of doing this window interview, that we can edit that
window
out.
interview. I didn't agree to this. I would still, right now, if we were like, okay, we can go to the radio station, I would get in your car.
You know what? Maybe in post-production, add some hot beats on top of that. This would be a good teaser for the album.
You should put beats underneath of all of your work. That's just the basic rule of art nowadays. If you're caught without a beat,
you ain't from the streets.
Yeah,
that's what I always say.
You expect
if
people
you're caught
to share that on Facebook?
Yeah. They aren't sharing. They're looking at it and they're like, oh, and they've got the little symbol in the corner that says this video clip has no beats.
It's even worse than that.
And they don't even click on it.
They're already, they have a video going that's got a beat in it there.
Yeah, that's what you want.
But then they go to your video and it's got no beats. That's just like, you may as well have shot them. They're not going to be friends with you after that.
Yeah, like with everything that's already going on in the world, we don't want to add to the...
Just put beats in your stuff. It's not that hard.
People are suffering from a beat
you can get.
deficiency.
Yeah.
Beat deficiency is the real pandemic going on right now.
Station ID. Station ID. Station ID. Station ID. I'm Adam Landry. Station ID. St. John's. I'm in the top 3 of comedians, okay? And I've been on... Station ID.
It's called St. John Forward Radio.
St. John Forward Radio on this channel.
Local 107.3 FM.
Station ID.
Local 107.3 FM. And
Station ID.
Local 107.3 FM. And
Station ID.
First patient, pull out the skull, remove the cancer. Breaking its back, chisel next for the answer. Supersonic, bionic, robot, voodoo power. Equator X, my chance to flex skills on Ampex. With power meters and heaters, gauge antifreeze, octagon, oxygen, and aluminum intoxicants. More waked up, low blood cells in your face. React with 4 bombs and 6 fire missiles. Armed with 7 rounds of space doodoo pistols. You may not believe living on the Earth planet. My skin is green and silver, boyhead looking mean. Astronauts get played, tough like a ukulele. As I move in rockets, overriding levels. Nothing's aware, same data, same system. Controlled by gamma light. Controlled by gamma light. Controlled by gamma light. Controlled by gamma light. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter. Controlled by gamma light. Controlled by gamma light. Controlled by gamma light. Controlled by gamma light. Now my helmet's on. You can't tell me I'm not in space with the National Guard, United States Enterprise. Diplomat of swing with aliens at my feet, coming down a rampart through beam on the street. Obsolete computes, compounds, and dead sounds. As I locate intricately independent economic vomit, I save, restore food. In Capsule D, my program is ability for reaction in response to a no one. Identification code unidentified. I got cosmophonic, press a button, change my face. You recognize, so what? I turn invisible, make myself clear, reappear to you visual. Disappear again, zap like an android. Face the fact, I fly on planets every day. My nucleus friend, prepare, I return again. My 7XL is not yet invented. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter. Controlled by gamma light. Gamma light. 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 Space Ranger, Contact 2, sending FedEx. I program 1 and go to Earth through the fax machine. My number 709-755-6EL3. Computer file 93. Digital level, standing on the terminal. Upside down through polygons, fighting pentagons. Changing blue skin, my brown colors coming back. I'm psychedelic this time, coming rainbow. Look at the green lights and y'all see my brain glow. 5 colors, yellow, black, and red, and green, purple. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter. Earth people, New York and California. Earth people, I was born on Jupiter.
Forecast for today. Gaseous with a 30% chance of meteor showers. Please use a level 5 or greater radiation block. Have a nice day.
Oh, you know what? I could make beats for people. I just thought of that. I made a beat for you, remember?
Yeah, it didn't work though. I didn't win that roast against
It wasn't
Travis.
supposed to win you the roast, okay? I can't write the jokes for you. But the beat was really good. And it had that part at the intro. That was...
Yeah, well, after Travis beat me though, at least you defeated him. Have you has your roast battle championship been challenged yet?
Yeah, it was challenged by what's his name? Brian Godso.
Are you going to take him up on it?
Yeah, I told him I would roast him. But I don't see what chance he has.
Or just hang on a second. I've got Brian Godso right here.
Oh, you do? I'm not even nervous about it.
Okay, here's Brian Godso.
Yeah, that
You
looks
want to
about
roast
right.
him?
Yeah, well, I'll say
You
this.
want to roast him right now?
Yeah, I'll say this. If you're going to make a call-out video, you know, where you try to pretend like you're a wrestler, maybe the people standing beside you shouldn't be twice your height. And if they are, don't put it so the camera is focused on that, okay? Get more than just your head in the shot is what I'm saying. He doesn't stand a chance.
He's shaking in his boots. He doesn't even have a response.
Yeah, that's what I expect
Man,
to happen.
Brian Godso,
No surprise there.
you just got roast served. That was another classic segment. I think this episode's going to turn out really good.
Thank you. But I'm telling you, it would have been better if I was roofed.
I don't have any roofies.
No, I mean roof over my head. Like if I wasn't cold, okay? It's slowing me down.
You want to do some gym jams? I've got a couple of those.
Yeah. What's a gym jam? I'll do it.
No, I left my gym jam upstairs. We don't want to have the dead air.
I'll fill it.
Yeah, you know what? You know, I've touched all those, and I probably got like
So you're not going to give me...
boogers
You
on.
told me I could have some gym jams, and now I can't.
Yeah, but you know, I don't know if the gym jam store is
zoom
an
over to the
essential
radio
business.
station. Psych. Oh, you want some gym jams? Psych. What am I even still here for? That's the question that everybody's asking.
You know, people have been hoarding gym jams, and you know, I've only got a few left, so I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get some more.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you don't offer them and then not share them after they're that sought after.
You know what? If you want some gym jams,
Yes,
then you
I
can
do.
go wait in line for 3 hours to get your gym jams like the rest of us.
I've been waiting here for 3 hours. I should count for at least a gym jam.
What? How long were you out there before you knocked on the window?
Well, I don't know. I rounded up, but couldn't I just have one?
No, I need to. They're on a tight ration, and I'm sorry, May wouldn't.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
always about
I'd have
May.
to take it out.
It's
I'd
always
have to.
about May.
I'd have
You
to
blame
take it out.
everything.
I'd have to take it out of May's proportion
Mhm.
of the gym jams.
Yeah, everything you don't want me to do, it comes back to May. It seems, isn't that
And,
convenient?
You know, I use the gym jams medicinally.
Oh, can I go? Can we
need
go to
all
the
of
radio
them.
station? Well, May doesn't want you to. I think that's what you said. And then,
No, it's
can I
Justin
come in the
Trudeau
house? No,
doesn't
May
want me
doesn't want
to.
you to. Yeah, Trudeau. He'll blame everything on him too. Isn't that convenient?
Yeah, well, he's He's the one showing strong leadership in this situation, and shooting down our enemies with cash bullets.
What do you mean, strong leadership? Okay.
This is serious, man.
What is serious? The man's favorite hobby is to paint his face black. Who does that? Okay, I did it a couple times, but not as much as him.
Yeah, well, maybe that was like the equivalent of getting like shares and subscriptions back in those days.
Yeah,
we
it
should
was,
really,
but
we should
still,
really think about it.
There's a limit. There's a limit.
There is a limit. It was, but who was going to replace him?
Anybody, or just an object could have done it.
Who was your number one candidate in the recent election? Let's get political.
Well, I don't remember their names.
Yeah, that was a test as your manager. You don't want to get political because if you say the wrong thing, you're alienating a whole segment of your audience. And
I don't have an audience, okay? Right now, I'm working on a brand new audience. Nobody's heard of the Country Ninja thing before. They're gonna have to get used to it.
Country Ninja Christmas, maybe each of those things is a particular political party. So we've got the country.
There's nothing political about
country.
Ninjas in
The country
Christmas,
part's
right?
probably the conservatives, right?
What?
The country appeals to the conservative voters. The ninja, which party is that?
Ninjas do their own thing, okay? You can't stop a ninja. Once it decides it's coming for you, that's it.
Do you think ninjas? Who do you think? Do you think the ninjas might be the Bloc Québécois?
Okay, I see what you're doing here, but I don't understand.
I've been radicalized being here locked up in my basement. So,
well, finally. You should be radicalized, okay?
Yeah, well, you're one to talk. You're a shill for big ground. We never really resolved that whole issue.
Yeah, because I don't know what you're talking about. Which
it's like
is typical.
Big Pharma, only ground. What's bigger than the ground?
The sky. Hello.
Did you know that 60% of the Earth is ground?
Yeah, and the other...
And you're part of the 1% of people who owns...
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
However much...
60% of the Earth is ground, the other 40% something else. The sky is 100% sky, okay? So it wins. It's bigger.
Well, yeah, big sky. Don't even get me started on them.
Yeah, so let's focus on that.
Yeah, I didn't think... You're not quite up to the big sky level, but
You're a big sky person.
Maybe if you destroy the world enough with big ground, then maybe you'll work your way up into a promotion into big sky.
I don't understand these attacks, and I won't respond to them.
I'm not working for big sky. I got laid off.
Yeah. So you're a kiss-ass wannabe.
No, I don't know, if I kissed more asses, I might still be up there flying in the sky, making clouds, making raindrops, rainbows. I might have got a promotion into the rainbow department.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of rainbows lately. So whose fault is that? Yours, right? Just put some out there. It's not that hard.
Don't talk to me about rainbows.
You know the worst thing about rainbows?
You're probably doing burnouts on all of the rainbows.
You know what the worst thing about rainbows is? They only happen via rain. Why can't we just get some regular bows once in a while?
Yeah, why not just...
I don't like the rain. I like rainbows, but it's not fair.
I don't work for Big Sky, but if I did, I'd just be like, hey, how about some cloud bows?
Yeah, well, you still got some connections. Pass it up the chain, okay? Us here at Big Brown would appreciate it.
I've got a few people that are on my LinkedIn, but, I was never really in good with Big Sky. I found it. You know what? I don't like to talk about it on the radio, but I did used to work for Big Sky, but I got out of that.
I don't know what you're talking about. How much longer does this have to go on for? That's the question I want to know.
I don't know. Until we feel confident that we're going to get the 3 things that we want from this album. What are they?
Country, Christmas, and ninjutsu.
No, those are the things that you're giving the world.
That's what you
But
asked.
what are you getting in exchange?
Money.
Yeah, money's kind of secondary in 2020. You want to get likes, shares, and subscriptions.
Well, yeah, but then they pay you for that.
And you can get a Patreon going. You can get a Bandcamp probably.
Yeah.
You can do.
So you do want to be my manager, is what you're saying?
We've already been past this. As long as you can incorporate share, and subscribe in every song.
I told you I already did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I offered you a hot verse for the club mix. And
I told you I don't want that. And
Well,
there's
no,
no way
you-
you're going to change my
that's-
mind on that. Okay, if you're going to manage me, you're managing me. If you want to manage your own career, that's fine. If you don't have one, you can't blame that on other people.
No, we can have the like, share, subscribe, ignition remix come out in all the clubs when those reopen again.
You can do that if you want to. I want a cut, and that's it.
Yeah, I had a dancer from Lush on the show a few months ago. We can maybe get her dancing to the songs. That would be a good way to get the word out. Atticus Moon.
Yeah, fine. Okay, I'll be
Yeah,
there.
likes, shares, subscriptions brought to you by a naked woman
Well, yeah, if she's naked, then that'd probably work.
and Country Ninja Christmas.
Now you're talking like a manager.
Yeah, these are the kind of things that I'm bringing to the table. Like, just being cooped up in the house like this, just the mind is firing on all cylinders.
You should get out of the house. You should get out of the house.
No, we're
Any
not
doctor's
we're
going
not
to tell you
supposed
that.
to.
Get out of the house.
The neighbors, no, I don't know. There's one of them over there that's got binoculars out all the time.
Really?
She's a tattletale. How old Mrs. I don't know her name. The one that puts all her trash out on the side steps and it blows into my yard. She's tattling on people every day.
Tattling on them for what?
Going out for not, unless you're getting groceries, you're not supposed to go out.
You should go out, okay? Any doctor's going to tell you can't just stay in the house all the time. All right, I don't care what.
No,
Mrs.
the doctors are
Trashbag
saying to
Tattletale
stay
says.
in the house. We need to flatten the curve, is what they're saying.
Yeah, you should always be trying to flatten your curves, but you're not going to do that in the house, okay? You got to get out, walk
No,
around, get that
that's
blood
how you
pumping.
do it. It's they're saying it's like World War II, that thing that everybody's happy that we did. It's
I don't
like
understand
that.
what you're talking about.
This is
In
the World War II.
everybody was
of,
pretty strong because they were fighting all the
no,
time.
we
and
need
they didn't have
to
do.
all buckle down and make sacrifices and stay in the house.
Yeah, you should buckle down and make sacrifices, but you don't have to stay in the house.
No, if we go out of the house, all the staying in the house from before will all be for nothing. And we can't just
You're not gaining anything.
we
by
can't
staying
shut
in the
down
house.
society
You
and
don't
then be like,
you
oh
don't
wait,
stay
never
in the house and
mind.
gain stay in the house points that you lose if you go outside. What are you talking about?
No, I think they just announced a new staying in the house point system that you can cash
Why
in
would
for
they
food
announce
stamps.
Why would they announce that? Doesn't make any sense. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
understand
for
what
every-
planet you're living on. Okay,
No, the more you gotta stay in. I don't want to get sick. Did you bring any hand sanitizer?
like if alcohol.
Well, you better splash some on your hands at least.
I'm not wasting it. Okay. I don't understand what you're on about. Okay, you gotta give your head a shake and go outside and enjoy life. All right, you only got one to live, and you're not even doing your radio show down from the basement. Like that's
Yeah, no, this is
that's
it.
really weird.
This is on YouTube. You know that?
Yeah, I know YouTube. YouTube's fine.
And JohnForward.com.
YouTube will tell you get outside. Okay, enjoy life. All the people on YouTube are doing it.
No, we have to stay inside. We're gonna get locked up. We'll
Why
get a
do we have
ticket.
to stay inside? I don't understand what you're talking about. Okay, I've been inside. since-
COVID-19, man.
What's that?
The disease.
Disease from going outside. Okay, I heard-
Everybody's getting sick of this disease. They closed. It's a state of emergency.
What are you talking about?
The
I've been
Honorable Blaine Higgs declared a state of emergency like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah. And like
Wait, there's
everybody
okay.
except for like doctors and grocery store workers and cannabis NB employees are staying home as inessential,
Okay.
worthless to society.
I have to admit, okay, that I have not left the house since December. Okay, and I might not be up on everything
Oh,
that's
you've
going
been
on.
flattening the curve since before it was cool.
You're not going to trick me into thinking that we're living in some kind of plague times. Okay, I have a phone. I am going to Google this. All right.
Yeah, Google it. It's the coronavirus.
Coronavirus. I thought you said it was COVID-19. COVID. You
It's
can't
both.
even-
It's like Wu-Tang. It has like two different names.
Yeah, isn't that convenient?
It came from I think it came from Wu-Tang. There was a market in Wu-Tang and something with bats. I don't know. There was a market. It's the Wu-Tang virus. Look it up. Wu-Tang
It
virus.
says here like 1 million people have it.
Yeah, a million.
Why didn't you tell me about this?
I've been telling you the whole time. That's why the university is shut down.
I don't think you told me about it at all.
The university is shut down.
Well, you said that.
Community radio is shut down. I mean, it's got to be a pretty serious measure when you shut down campus radio.
Well,
Have you ever known me to miss a show at campus radio?
Well, I don't
I've
know.
been doing it for like 3 years, and I think I've only missed like 4
I'm not your
shows.
babysitter. I don't know what you do from show to show, but
What have you been doing for the last 3 months?
I told you, working on my Christmas album.
No, well, shoot now. Is it going to be relevant even if you're completely unaware of what's going on?
Well, I don't know. But we're going to have to spend the next couple hours talking about it, that's for sure. Okay, this is totally new to me. You're gonna
Wait. This might be a blessing in disguise.
What's that?
Everybody's, doing the whole corona social distancing.
No,
quarantine.
I don't know. I don't know about this.
Well, that's the thing. That might be our hook. Everybody's sick and tired of hearing about it. It's what everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
For the next 5 years, like, coronavirus jokes are going to be like...
from talking about
they're going to be like airplane jokes in the 80s. But we are sitting on an album of gold.
Yes.
Written by somebody who was completely disconnected from this whole thing. It's that fresh perspective that people want to get back to. They want to get back to normal. And
yeah, I agree with you.
Adam Landry is what I think of when I think of normal.
Me too.
Or at least, we'll get the marketing.
I'm going to follow the example and inspiration of Jared Leto's artwork.
How so? How so? Are
Just
you
all of it in general, especially
how many face
Joker.
Face tattoos. This is what we get. On one cheek, like. On the other cheek, share.
I think I know where.
And then on the forehead, what's it going to be?
Substitute.
Subscribe. Close enough. Let's just put sub in there so that we cover subscribe and substitute.
Perfect.
So if
it's easier to remember.
If somebody else is coming into Harbor Station to play a concert and they cancel because they get the coronavirus, then they can substitute that performer with Adam Landry's Country Ninja Christmas album.
Yes.
AKA share and subscribe.
I guess
that's the subtitle.
I'll call it that now. You've got me around to it. I will call it that.
Yeah, like music albums these days, it's not, you don't want it like it used to be. You want to have like a punchy title that has like 3 syllables maximum, and then they went through like a 1-syllable thing like with Kendrick, but now the thing is like you want to have like the punchy title and then a super long awkward.
I gotta be honest, like I could only listen to about a third of that. Okay.
What do you know about SoundCloud?
Well, now that you've explained all this to me, I need you to, we're gonna have to spend at least a few hours talking about it so I can get it all straightened out in my head.
That's all the time that we have for this week. I would like to thank my guest, Adam Landry.
What?
This truly groundbreaking Out the Basement Window episode of St. John Forward Radio. Adam, we were really part of something special here, and
can I at least come in your house so you can explain all this to me, please?
No. Well, I've got to cut the tape, but we can stay here. I'm pretty comfortable. How are you doing out there?
No, I want to come in. I'll come in. I'll come in the window. You don't even have to let me in the door. I'll just come in this window.
No, that's definitely like the neighbor. If she sees you climbing in the window, Anyway, this has been an episode of St. John Forward Radio, and Adam Landry. Keep an eye out on all the platforms, the streaming platforms. Are you going to have a vinyl release?
Watch Quarantation Street. Okay, it's out today. It's my brand new show. It's going to be a cult classic, and people are never going to want to watch it once this is all over.
We don't have time to. We don't have time.
Quarantation Street with a Q.
We don't have time. That's not how you spell it.
That's how I spell it. Look it up.
Wait a minute. If you don't know about any of this, why do you have a show called Quarantine Street?
We're out of time. See you next week.
See you next week, I guess.
in seconds of light, disappears and returns again, counting hours, searching the night. Staring directly at me. Children cry. The inside. uncovering secret scars. His hand is waving a goodbye. There's no response or action return.